Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. Today, we're going to do something a bit different. Today, we're going to go prospector mining. So we're already out and about. We're already over the surface of Aberdeen. So let's just go ahead and switch into scanning mode and let's see what we got going on here. Let's see, a 16K signature and 11K signature. All right, we're starting off today very, very good. This is exactly what I'm after. Oh, my Lily Lanta. That was really helpful. You can see. So we should have some good looking rocks here. So let's just go ahead and get started. Making me a little nervous here, but that's okay. Turn my light on, and here we are. All right, now I do have a bit different prospector setup than many of you, because I have, as we can see here, it's not going to update. Okay, it's maybe look silly. I have a 48 SCU prospector, so if you do not have one of those, you are absolutely missing out. I do like the prospector, don't get me wrong. I think a lot of people knock it, but when you knock this thing up to 48 SCUs, you can really get a lot of value while you're out mining with the prospector, because it is just so good. If you can have like half the hull of a mole, like honestly, I think the mole needs a bit of a buff just because it's just not quite as good as it should be. So this is one of the advantages I like about the prospector is I don't have to increase my laser power. I can simply play with my distance and control my laser like that. And that is something that's really slept on with the prospector that a lot of people underestimate, is because I can do so much more with less, right? I can soup up my laser, which I have a Riker C3 and a Stampede on here, so I can break larger rocks, but I don't have to worry about having too much power in my rock because I can just back up. I can create distance artificially as I'm mining, right? Just like that. And I don't have to worry about much of anything. Oh, and I can just boop, turn my laser off, and we're good to go. Turn it back on, and find a sweet spot right there. We are good to go. Have not gone above minimum power to do that. And have so much maneuverability. Like honestly, if the mole could have pilot operated laser, it'd be super overpowered. Like absolutely nuts if it could do that. I don't think that would be very fair. But a 48 SCU prospector, like if you're rocking this bad boy, you're chilling. Like look at this right here. Like, and I think a lot of rocks I find more often than not are prospector sized. I think I've ran into more prospector sized rocks than I do mole rocks. And the mole rocks I've run into, like they're not always worth it, if that makes sense, right? Like it's gotta be pushing 30K for me to like really want it, or a couple of 10Ks like right above each other. And if I get the chance to do it, I'll show you something I really like doing. I might have to do it here, where if a rock is in the way, I don't have to absorb it, I'll just blow it up, right? So like this one right here, I can't see the rock underneath of it. I don't think, can I? I think I can. Yeah, I can. I'm not gonna do it. But what I could do, right, if I couldn't, is I could just blow the rock up. Like, why not just do that? And I think I'm gonna want this one. No. Oh, that's it. That's all of it. That's all the good stuff. Lame. I guess I did get 5 SCUs out of that. But I can just move so much faster now. Zoop. Next rock. I wish scanning was a bit faster. If you could upgrade the scanning on the prospector, I think that, or any real mineable, I think that'd be pretty clutch. 30%, I mean, it's worth cracking. Right, now I don't have to be as picky as I am in the mole, because in the mole, like, bro, you're lucky I stopped for a 31% Bex light. Like, bro, I'm not doing that. Like, waste my time. Go ahead and get closer so this charges faster. Like, you have to be so close for the helix, which turns a lot of people away from the helix. A lot of people like shy away from the helix laser because it has really short distance, but you're in a prospector, man. You control how fast or how close you are all the time, right? Like, I can back up whenever I want. Like, so who cares? Oh! Or just shut the laser off. That's gonna completely charge. See, now look at that, boom. Don't even have to worry about it overheating. I'm pretty sure that was probably every bit of Bexelite in this rock that just blew up, but that's okay. Part of the course for me. 40% Bex. We might take that. We might. I'm not gonna stuff my nose to it, but let's see what else is here. I'm pretty picky. No resistance, that's gonna be all iron. Little trick of the trade for you new miners. If you know what the stats are for the rock that you're mining, then I don't need to bother scanning the whole thing. And I'm pretty sure that was all the Bexelite that was in that one rock. Most of it. A lot of it was. I mean, I'll take it. It's fine. It's 43%. It's fine. All over SCU of Bexelite. Bexelite's pretty good. Yeah, that's 100%. That's 100. I appreciate that all the iron's still here. That's super cool. Did I scan this one? I don't think I did. Oh, this is 25% gold. That's 7 SCUs. Hephaestonite. Do I have to crack this Hephaestonite rock? I'll crack this Hephaestonite rock. Just because Hephaestonite has a really good cluster factor. If you guys are not familiar with cluster factor, it's how, like, those 100% pieces that you're really looking for, right? That we're after, that's created by having a really high cluster factor. And Hephaestonite has a pretty good one. It also has a great mass to SCU ratio. Like, before they updated the values, not the values, or like how often the high value minerals spawn, like gold and Bexelite Terranite weren't that common, right? They had to buff their spawns. Before they did that, Hephaestonite and Beryl, that's all I did. That was all I was interested in. That was all I cared about. Because it was just so easy to do. It had good stats. It was easy to mine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, you're right there. You're right there. No, 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 no. Go back, go back, go back. That should be good. Yep. Break. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on, server. Yo, Sharp with the 7s. The 777s. What's going on, my guy? How was your Memorial Day weekend? Lucky 7s. Did you know the 777 is also the name of an artillery cannon in the military? I don't know if people know that. Orbit. Well, I don't recognize the name, but my Jumbo, my man. What's up, my dude? I recognize the symbol, unless you're not Jumbo, in which case this is really awkward. You guys might be noticing I have to scan a little bit longer now because Hephaestonite technically has a resistance of 0, so I cannot just offhand know just by the initial scan of what it is and kind of get a better idea based on the instability. Oh, okay, Jumbo, you thought you were gonna make me look a big weirdo. Like, I know that guy, and then you comment in the chat like, bro, I've never met you in my life. I'm like, yeah, sure you do. Yeah. We talk all the time. I think that was all the Hephaestonite, wasn't it? Am I missing a rock? Is there a rock hidden underneath? Iron. Basically iron. I don't really want that gold. I think I'm gonna go to that other rock now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, do you want to get back into solo mole and salvage again? Why salvage? Like the mole, I understand, right? Because obviously it's mole content, but I don't completely understand the why you want to get back into salvage. Salvage kind of rough to be in right now with the dupers. I don't know if you're familiar with all the duping stuff going on, but a lot of people duping the what's it called, RMC, and selling it everywhere. So like it is just oversaturating the market like crazy. Ooh, 40. That's almost 50%. Oh, we're mining that. We are absolutely mining that. Thank you so much for watching the videos, man. I really appreciate it. You find yourself solo mole mining a lot? Alright, I'm gonna be a little careful with this one. This instability is high. Look at it give me trouble. That's crazy. It was just charging and now it's not, which tells me that the instability with this is like gonna be kind of scary, right? Because we go from like, see what I'm saying? Like we went from like, I had to get obnoxiously close to that to get that to charge to like super fast charge. I think right here is a good spot. Yeah, this looks like the sweet spot where I'm not quite charging it too much. Ooh, gotta be careful though. We're back up. Solid. Easy. Oh, this is so much like more relaxing and easier than than with the mole. Oh, snowboard knows to this. We'll take it. 46%. We'll take it. I need a pretty sizable rock to really get out of this prospector. Jumbo, how you been, man? It's been a little bit. It's been a minute. How you feeling today? What's been the move? What you been up to? $70%. Yes, sir. So thank you guys so much for the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It doesn't tell me who's liking, but whoever is liking, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. What's iron? Don't care. Last mining you did before today was in 3.18. 3.18? Bro, that's like, it's over a year ago. 3.19 came out May last year. That is over a year ago. My guy, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Why the long hiatus? You get tired of it or kind of did it all? Well, what's up, man? What a long break. Ooh, that's what Daddy wants right there. That juicy Bexlite. Is there a rock hidden under there that I can't see? Or is it all just that rock? Oh, this is 63%. I'll take this too. This is what's kind of nice about the Prospector is I can just like zoom through this, and it's so fast. These mining runs are so much faster. I didn't even scan these other rocks. Man, I'm gonna end up finding Quantanium and be like super sad. I mean, that's fair. I mean, salvage kind of became really big with the vulture coming into the PU, like for purchase at the shop. So like, to be fair, like that's reasonable. I think a lot of people flipped over the salvage last year because it was still fresh, it was still new. You know, mining had been around for some time at that point. So completely understandable. What'd you think of salvage? And it came out with munching too. Like, what do you think of all those mechanics that they've added to the game? Boy, the Prospector was the move. Do you know how upset I would have been in a mole if I came over to this patch and found nothing but these tiny rocks? Like, all these tiny rocks absolutely suck. Like, they all are not good. None of these are really good. Like, I mean, they're okay for the Prospector. Like, I don't think any of these are bad for the Prospector, but for like a mole, these are like comically small. Like, absolute waste of time small. Like, wouldn't even get out of my seat small. Festinite, pink. I was already over there, right? Yeah, okay. One of these was pretty good that I wanted. 28% Terranite. It's 28% Terranite. I mean, I'll break it. We'll see how it breaks. It's worth seeing how it breaks. Yo, J76 Gaming, what's up, man? Well, I'm trying to read track, trying to mine at the same time. It's actually really hard. Oh, dude, I feel that, dude. Jay, I'm trying to tell you, man. I feel like every time I'm in the Prospector, usually I find like gigantic mother of all rocks. Or what's even worse is like I'll be in the mole and I will find nothing but like giant rocks when I'm trying to like rock mine. Like I find clusters of rocks when I'm trying to rock mine. But as soon as I bring out my like mole and I try to like do mole mining, oh, Hadanite, as far, oh, that's too much. That's gonna overheat. As soon as I bring my mole out, oh, bro, that's it. That's a wrap, bro. All I find is Hadanite. Everywhere. Everywhere is a Hadanite patch. And I'm just like, bro, come on. It's so annoying. So annoying. Because I'd be like, man, maybe it's a Hadanite day. It's like the universe is telling me something. As soon as I bring the rock out, nope. Not a Hadanite day. It's actually a giant rock day. So I completely understand your frustration, dude. It's aggravating. Oh, don't want that. Yeah, I would agree with you, Sharp. Like, mining is, I mean, it's a game within a game, essentially. It requires a bit more active participation, while salvage is like not so much. You can kind of mindlessly do it, which some people do that. I know. I find like a lot of people have told me they find it pretty enjoyment, a lot of enjoyment out of just like going through and like being able to salvage and not have to worry about anything, not have to worry about people. They just kind of hang out and like do their thing, and they really enjoy that. Okay. Well, this is gonna fill me up, so I guess we'll just go ahead and take it. I mean, 53%-ish or so. We'll just go ahead and grab it up. This hasn't been a bad haul. Not a lot of iron. A decent amount of quartz. Funny story. One time, like, it was so dark out and I wasn't paying attention, and I totally just beelined into the ground. Like, I thought I was flying straight towards space. I got turned around and I just flew straight to the ground. I've never been more upset in my life. Like physical reaction. Like, I could have thrown my controller. Yes, I said controller. I play on a controller. You might have noticed some of the little key hints come up, or keybind things, and you're like, did it just say press Y? Like Y is in controller Y? Yeah, that's it. I'm playing on an Xbox controller, my dude. That's right. Dude, thank you guys so much for the likes. We're already up to 5 likes, dude. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate that, dude. It means a lot. If SC was a mining simulator, you would be good. I mean, it kind of is a mining simulator. I mean, really, like if you think about it, because mining, I think mining and salvage are gonna become like really crazy when base building really becomes a thing, because you're gonna need construction materials, right? Like it's in the name. You're gonna need construction materials for one, and then for two, you're gonna need certain resources, right, to build certain things. I have no doubt. So then that's gonna turn into people looking to miners in the industrial sector to be like, hey, we need stuff. Can you go get stuff? And that's what it's gonna turn into, is getting that stuff. It's also gonna be a reason to like mine stuff, because right now the only reason to do really anything is either playing with people or it's to make money, and that's it. Those are like the two reasons you do really anything. So until they start adding that stuff, it's gonna be like kind of annoying. Charging back from the Halo with a belly full of quant. Oh yeah, oh my guy. Dude, quant used to be like it. And now like you barely ever find quant. I think when I do find quant, it's like a comically large amount or an abysmally small amount. There's like no in between. There really is no in between. I find like a huge rock that I can't even break with my best mole setup without a crew. And then I find like comically small ones in my Prospector. But it's okay in the Prospector though, because if I find 5 SCUs of it, I'm not upset. In my mole, I'm upset because that's like $125,000. Those 5 SCUs. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, right? But if you pick that up in your mole, I mean, you've kind of just tanked your whole mining run on that Quantanium, right? Like once you pick it up, like that's it, you're done. Especially if you're solo. Especially if you're solo. Like that's the end of your run.
Thank you, and please visit again.
And SCM mode. This is an amazing space break.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Honestly, I kind of love these changes to nav mode, SCM mode, because I can just do all this stuff. That's not the right one. I really turned around there. Oh, I gotta go all the way over here.
You are blocking an active.
Yeah, I know. Master modes? I mean, I think master modes are really, really good. I think it really changed a lot. I mean, look at the Prospector. I mean, I have 209 rounds in this thing. That's stupid. You shoot so long. But with the addition of master modes, I definitely feel like they need to change how they do the power triangle. Because it's almost like, what's the purpose of putting power to weapons, right? Because I mean, you have 200 rounds. 200 rounds. Like that's, I have 200 rounds and a Prospector. Uh-oh. Could have shot somebody. I wasn't careful. All right, 200 rounds in the Prospector. So it's so many rounds for what, right? Like, so now we contrast that out. What are we really after there? And especially with engineering coming out, like in 3.22.1 or 0.2, whatever it's gonna be, right? Like that next update that comes out, like supposed to be Iviketti tomorrow. 3.23.2. Jesus, it's getting so high in the numbers, it's like hard to remember. 3.23.2. When it adds cargo freight elevators, like we're starting to see this like rapid fire from SIG that I've kind of told people about on and off of. Right now we're getting to this point where like we used to see like one kind of cool thing a year, maybe two, and now we're at this point of like there's something happening like every quarter there's something coming out, there's a new feature being added, there's a new thing, a new ship, a new something, right? And like it's only a matter of time till like it spins out of control in a good way, right? Like in a good way. because this game is just gonna start spiraling. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw, but like the new graphics driver update NVIDIA pushed, if you have an NVIDIA card and you haven't updated it, you should go look. It's got Star Citizen right on the front page, 3.23. I'm just saying. Like, if NVIDIA is starting to do that, then that's marketing like supercharged, right? Like, how many people use NVIDIA graphics cards? Like, especially people who are gonna play this game. Oh yeah, dude, you can forget it. That's a lot. That's a lot. And this is game unlike any other, right? Like, you guys know, you've been playing this a while, I'm sure. Prospector. This is about 170K. Sounds about right. Still have 2 orders processing. It's crazy. Pharaon Exchange. 8 iron. We'll refine the quartz though. Westenite. Quote. It's everything. 20K. 14 hours. Yep. Good to go. Off we go again. Already off to another mining. Off to another run. Another adventure. Someone asked me, how do you get like 600K an hour mining? It's like, dude, you gotta be quick. No nonsense. No nonsense. Also kind of getting lucky too. Like, if you're lucky, you could probably pull out 600K an hour. Repeaters are not that good now? You don't think so? What don't you like about master modes? And repeaters aren't good? I know repeaters used to be like the meta, but if they're not good anymore, then what is good? To be fair, I have not really done any much space fighting, so I would really be a bad person to judge master modes in terms of combat. I can only speak to kind of the generalization of it. But I do enjoy, I really enjoy being able to go into nav mode and go back into SCM mode, and it's like an immediate space break. Like, I just immediately slow down, like to cruise speed. Oh, that's so nice. You guys have no idea, especially in a mole. Oh my goodness, the mole is just so clutch to do that, because you don't have to like flip around and try to control your thrusters that way. Yo, Sharp, I agree, man. Like, I feel like this game is so smooth now. Like, it feels, it's not, but it feels like a completed game. You know what I mean? It feels really good. Like, genuinely impressed with how good it feels. Like, I mean, these frames that I'm getting right now are unreal. Even if I went planet side to like Lorville, still like hardly noticeable of a change. And I even turned my graphics up. Like, right now I'm pulling the 90s in FPS or so. Right, which is nothing crazy, right? Especially not with the 4070 that I've got in here and an i9 12.7, something, whatever that is, right? Like, it's not the most impressive, but pretty good for Star Citizen, though. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. All right. Right there.
Thank you, and please visit again.
It's a long talk. What do you mean it's a long talk? Well, what do you mean it's a long talk? Wait, hit me with it. Well, we ain't got nothing but time here. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with it. What's your, share your opinion. I want to hear it. I want to hear what Azu has to say about master modes. I want to hear you out. Because it is new. You know what I mean? Master modes are new, and like instinctively they're gonna be issues, right? Like, there has to be issues. It's a brand new thing. And with all brand new things in Star Citizen, right, they come out absolutely perfect, and there's nothing wrong with them and don't need any changing at all. This is absolutely as intended how it's operating and needs no fixing whatsoever. But I think the game is definitely going to get more, what's the word everyone uses? Immersive. That's the word. More immersive as time goes on. Because they're going to get more things like freight elevators and cargo. Like, people are spoiled right now. I don't know if you guys know this. People are spoiled in this game. They are so used to, excuse me, like just being able to land and sell stuff. Can you imagine if you had to land your C2, right? Or like an ironclad, and you have to download every single container to sell it? Could you imagine? Right? You know what I'm saying? Every single container. You're gonna have quite a few, right? Especially on like an ironclad, even a C2. If it was all large containers, that's quite a few containers to be downloading off that ship by hand, right? You're gonna need a crew, you're gonna need help, you're gonna need vehicles, you're gonna need MPU, right? Like, you are gonna need stuff to accomplish that, and it's gonna be a thing. It's 110% gonna be a thing. And I've heard a lot of people talk about, like, so you can buy mole bags and prospector bags from a mining support center. If you haven't seen it, you just go up to terminal, just like you buy like a module or a gadget. You can buy the mining bags, and people have said like, oh, I would like to, you know, you can buy them and like come back and swap them out real quick, right, with the freight elevator, and then you don't have to go refine and such. And I mean, sure, right, like, yes, but that means that they're gonna have to completely change the UI for a lot of things, right? Because that sounds really useful, but if you did that, that also means that what, right? Like, you're gonna have to now refine differently, because I can't, like, normally it just goes off your ship, right? And you go off your ship, well, the prospector and the mole only have so many bags, so your order's only ever gonna be that big. So let's say I went out in my prospector and got, you know, 8 orders worth of bags into the station. Well, now how do I differentiate that? How do I manage that at a player level? Am I just making giant orders, right? Is that what I'm doing? Is that how this is going to work out? I'm just going to make giant orders, and it's going to take forever to refine, right? Like, I mean, it could be some benefit in that. So let's say I make an order with 8 prospectors worth of bags inside. All right, not terrible. It's gonna take, you know, a week or 2 to refine, right? But okay, it's probably gonna cost me an arm and a leg. But now that also has to get loaded onto a ship. I now have to load all that cargo onto a ship. So how does that work? What if I don't have a ship big enough? Because it won't let you load fractional refinery orders. It'll only let you load all the order or none of it, at least right now. So again, we've reached another UI thing of like, how's that gonna work? Don't know. Right? Totally different. So again, a lot of things to consider for like the future as we add all these things into it. Let you cook? I got you, bro. I got you. I'll let you cook. All right, keep cooking, Azu. Keep cooking. I'm gonna keep rambling on about the nonsense of this. But I don't know. I want the ability to do that, but again, it's gonna completely change refining. It's gonna completely change mining. It's gonna completely change just how all that stuff operates, and it's a lot to keep in mind. I think we, as the player base, right, kind of forget that adding a feature, especially in a game like this, is so much more complicated than just doing it, right? Like we have to really put forth effort, like the developers really have to add effort in to like make it work. And I feel like that's just, I don't know, it's a lot harder than it sounds, right? It's not just as clean cut as we would like it to be. Okay, there's some meat rocks here. I want to bust that Hephaestonite rock, but I know if I do, it's just gonna fill up my whole prospector. I can come back to it. I really want to go check the other one that's nearby. This is 34%, 3. This is a couple. Ooh, that scared me. That jumped up so fast. I hate it when it does that. I'm excited for the Erastra though. I want player refining. Player refining is going to add a curious dynamic to the game that, I don't know, that's going to be hard to balance, right? Because like how does time play out? How does all of that work, right? Are refining times the same? Are they faster? Are they slower? Because right now, all of you need to get on my horse. You all need to go petition SIG with me to increase refinery workloads, because refinery workloads are, like, I don't know what the refinery capacities are on paper, but they can't be very big, my guy. These things cannot be very big. Like, they are abysmally small. Like, one day into a patch, they're all at extremely large workloads. Like, you can forget getting your stuff at like a discount to refine. You can absolutely forget it, dude. Not gonna happen. Not in the slightest. And I don't know what work capacities are, but the fact that they jump up to such a high capacity so fast, like, they need to change that. It needs to get adjusted. Needs to change. Has to. Has to. And this will filter out a lot of this. Dude, refinery workloads are awful. Dude, they're so bad. So bad. I hate it. I can't see. I'm just gonna absorb this. I don't think I've ever had so much inert material before. There we go. Oh, I can't see what's underneath. That's where all the Tyranite is too. This is right here? Okay, it is. But I mean, Azu, it's kind of like the point, right? I've heard that from people, right? That like, it's like impossible for a solo player to fight. But I mean, that's kind of the whole point, wasn't it? Like, 2 ships should be immensely more powerful than 1, provided that they're of comparable size. Right, I'm not saying that, 2 ships should be able to square up against a hammerhead, but like 2 ships, like 1 Scorpius versus 2 Gladius probably shouldn't win that fight. You know what I mean? Probably should not win that fight. But I think that would be, I'd be willing to watch that fight actually, because you put a gunner in the Scorpius, it's pretty dangerous. Like, that is a dangerous ship with a gunner. No gunner, like, it's kind of dependent on the pilot, but I have seen a lot of the stuff you're talking about with master modes, people saying that like, oh yeah, being a solo pilot is like next to impossible now. It's so hard because of just where the game sits. So I definitely think there is some fine tuning that needs to be done there, because if you are a skilled pilot, there should be some semblance of reward for being a skilled pilot, and right now it just kind of does not feel that way. like at all. But they're still tweeting it out, right? There's still a lot to learn. And as they add like more to the game, right? Like modularities get added to the game, like it just completely makes this like so much harder. Which I think that's like a little low-key thing they just added to the game that people are completely like glancing over, is modularity. They just added modularity to the game, like in full tilt, right? They have a fully modular ship in the game now that can do multiple different things. And everyone's kind of caught up on like, oh, my pledge or its value and like this and that. Like, dude, you do understand that there is a ship you can buy and components you can buy with it that completely change the way that ship operates, right? I can have a torpedo, I can have it with cargo, I can have it with, I think halves are one of them, isn't it, right? Something like that. Like, that is impressive that they added modularity to the ship. And that's foundation, right? That's foundational mechanics for the game. Being super slept on. All right, we don't care about this. I bet this is gonna be way too big for me to break. Yep. That's my mole rock right there. That's a mole rock. All Boreas too. Can get a full Boreas load off that rock. 33k, get full Boreas off that rock. I'm not gonna be able to break this though. I haven't scanned this one yet. Oh, iron. Lame. Oh. Alright. Oh. Baron, my guy. What's up, dude? Dude, man, we're chilling. We're just trying out some prospector mining. We do mole mining all the time. We've done like 3 or 4 mole mining streams. I wanted to give the people something a bit different. You know what I mean? Oh, this looks nice. Let's see what we got going on here. And these runs are a bit quicker. It's kind of, I feel like with mole mining, I do a lot of running around from seat to seat. Come on. Activate. Activate. You can shoot this thing forever, dude. Holy shit. I don't disagree with you. I think mole mining is the best mining too. I don't think that was it right there. Nope. Can I go into the rock? Oh, I can. That's how much that rock is not registering. I can fly into it. I'd never tried that before. That was actually really nerve-wracking. I thought I was gonna knock my laser off. Well, the best way I know to kind of fix this is to fly around to different rocks until one registers. These are pretty decent sized rocks too. I feel like these are all like mole sized rocks. Yeah, let me look. No one's really talking about it in chat. Okay, that registered, so I think these are all spawned now. Yep, there we go. Oh, my guy, really? 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 That's lame. The disrespect. Oh, I can't believe that. That's so upsetting. Wow. 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 I mean, yeah, the cat's supposed to get like a bunch of modules too, right? Which is exciting. I think that's going to make the caterpillar really versatile and like actually worth getting. Because right now, I do not think it is worth getting. I do not absolutely at all think that the cat is that good of a ship. Like, it's cool. It's like a unique ship, right? But it's like not that crazy of a ship. I mean, yeah, it's not that much quant, but like if you were solo mole mining, that's like enough to want it. And that's absolutely enough for me to want that rock if I was solo mining. I could go break that Terranite rock too. Oh, we'd be chilling. Oh. Oh, 35% gold. Oh. That's a rock big enough for me to break in my mole too. That's 100% in striking distance of my mole. I wonder if I can break this with my prospector. I kind of want to put my prospector to the test here. Okay. Oh, I can. I can break a 20k rock with this. That's impressive. I did not think I was going to be able to crack this thing. My building powers still does not elude me. How interdiction works right now? What do you mean how interdiction works? I don't know what you mean. You talking about like quantum jamming, quantum dampening? Is that what you're asking about? From what I understand, you've got quantum like jamming, right? Which is that will stop someone from quantum jumping. And they've got quantum dampening. And what dampening will do is it will restrict someone to SCM speeds. So you can't fly like super fast unless you like obviously boost. But that's what quantum dampening will do. So those are like the two differences it does right now. Yo, Lince, what's up, man? We're gonna do a multi-crew guide video. Well, the problem with the multi-crew stuff is like my build is universal, right? Like my normal solo build transfers really well into multi-crew builds. Like, I mean, you used it, right? Like we did it, me, you, and JV, and you saw it broke like 60k rock. It's super easy, right? Like super easy to break that 60k rock we did. That's the power of the build, right? Like it's meant to, you run it solo, and then if people come help you, like you're chilling. You don't need a lot of extra oomph to it. Like if we absolutely wanted to make it like more powerful, you could add Riker C3s to the Hofsteeds and just double layer them with it. And now you're built for power and it doesn't really matter. But a guide for it though, I don't feel like the guide would be much different than my ordinary build though. Like I don't think I would change that much. Well, Zoo, yeah, but I mean, like, you're by yourself, though, right? Like, if a group, like, you're talking about a group, if a group is going to do that, that is a coordinated effort. That is, like, you're not beating that. Like, I'm sorry, dude, like, you are not beating that. There is no getting around that. You just gotta take the L. Like, in my opinion, like, that's that's where that's at. Like, that's an L moment where, like, if a whole crew is doing that, like, realistically, you're not going to be able to, you're not supposed to just steamroll your way through, go straight to the dude that's jamming you, gank him, right? Because ganking is a term from Eve, right? Where you can, like, one-shot someone and then do that, right? So you could not just gank the interdictor, right, and then get away, right? Where's the fun in that, right? It's meant to, okay, the jammer keeps you from running away. That's their whole purpose. So if you're a skilled fighter, you could still very well get away from that, but it's gonna require some effort. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't getting away for free, not at all. Right? You're really gonna have to try to make that work. So I think I disagree with you a bit on that point. I think it is, you shouldn't be able to just go straight for that guy. You should have to work for it. You should flounder a bit. It's meant to be tough, but it's also meant to encourage group gameplay, right? Because if a group interdicts you and you're in a fighter, right? Well, like, where's the fun in that? Like, realistically, like, they're not going to think that's that fun. Like, sure, they get a little bit of a fight out of it, but, like, you know, whatever, sure. Like, okay. But no, the real fight for them would be, like, stopping a, you know, a guy loaded up, you know, a C2 loaded up, or an ironclad, right? When that comes out, loaded up with stuff, and getting to, like, stop that guy and trying to take his stuff. Well, now if he's got a bunch of turrets, he's got a bunch of fighters around him, right? That just became a huge thing. And it encourages, you know, group gameplay on both parts, right? Like, a single interdictor can't stop everybody, but also a single pilot isn't gonna keep themselves away. Like, I mean, people are doing, like, what, ERTs with, like, C2s or A2s or M2s, whatever they're doing with, right? Like, that's ridiculous. So, like, compare that with what you're saying with, like, as a solo player, like, when people can do that, it's a problem. I mean, I agree with you, but like I said, man, like, it's so much balancing to, like, make a game like this, and we're just all glorified game testers. Like, that's all this is. Oh, let's see. Inert materials. No, right, of course. We're all just exercising our, you know, very insightful, yeah, I can't crack that. Skirt. Our uninformed opinions about gaming and game development that we're all super proficient on. But I'm excited. You know, I'm excited that they're adding all these new features to the game, and there's a lot of changes coming to the game that, I know, it's making the game all feel very different. And it's been a long time to get to where we're at, but it's good. You know, I'm generally pretty positive about the game. I know, though, for 3.23, I know quite a few people are having, like, not great experiences with 3.23. Like, I've heard lots of horror stories, and I'm fortunate enough I cannot relate to them. I think 3.23 runs exceptionally smoothly for me. So, like, half makes me wonder, like, where does the issues lie with all these people having issues? Is it their hardware? Is it just unlucky servers? Like, what is the problem? Beautiful. Could not have broken that rock any smoother. And bro, if they don't hurry up and change this stupid extraction laser thing, these rocks have 1,000 mass. Just let me absorb it. Thank you. All I wanted. This is a pretty easy mining run, except for the fact that I have to break all these rocks. Like, I think I have to break this one. Make sure I'm doing the right rock. No, I think just absorb this one too. This is gonna fill me up. Boom. Very little junk. Like 7 SCUs of junk. Perfect. Like nav mode's super helpful. How much longer am I gonna be playing? It's 4:30 my time. About like 30 more minutes or so, ish. Maybe a little more in 30 minutes. Kind of depends on when the wife gets home. She had an appointment to go to, so I'm just kind of streaming, hanging out with you guys until she gets back. Doing some prospector mining, letting you guys see it out, see how it feels. But it's been going super smooth though. What are you trying to test out? Oh no, you lost your prospector? No, what happened? Was it like in-game prospector, like you had bought it in-game? Oh man, that's tough. People like hit and miss on like losing stuff. Like I didn't lose anything in 3.23, but it does kind of depend though. Like I heard if you didn't use your ship in 3.22, then it's possible that if you didn't use it, like retrieve it and like store it, or like retrieve it and use it, like if you did not register it in the persistent universe, then like it could possibly go away. But I had like the opposite effect at previous patches. Like all the ships I did do that with, I lost, and all the ships I did not do that with, I kept. I was like, what's going on? But I don't know. Maybe I got creator privilege this patch because I got to keep everything. Like all the ships I bought in game, all transferred over from 3.22, which is really cool. Cause I had a reclaimer, I had like a C2, like I have all these like really nice ships that I enjoy. So I was really glad that I kept them all. That might have been what it was then. That they might have got you with that. Yeah, they might have got you with that. Lince, where were you gonna get a salvage mole from? What are you talking about? What's salvage mole? They don't have salvage moles anymore. There's no more mole salvage contracts. Unless they added it in 3.23, there's no more mole salvage contracts. I made a video on it, like 3.20, about doing that in one of my guides, and that was a thing, but unless they added it in 3.23, there is no more. You were seeing them yesterday? Oh, my guy. That's about to go in a guide.
Thank you. And please visit
That's going in my prospector guide that I'm making, dude.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
That's about to go in my prospector guide. I did not know they had mole contracts. That also means I need to pull out the vulture and go do some salvage contracts to unlock the mole ones. Because they added them, and then they said that they took them out, specifically those, right? Because people wanted to do what you're saying. And they're like, hey, what's up? I don't see mole salvage contracts anymore. I think they added them in 3.19, and they took them out in 3.20. And they said it was because the the mole didn't have the correct salvage pass for its components and hull. So like it didn't make sense to them, but they might have added it back because the community wanted it for the exact same thing that you're talking about, right? They wanted to be able to accept the contract, go get the bags off of it with their prospector and swap them out, because it was an easy way to do that if you like, you don't have to go buy a mole to do that, right? Because a mole's kind of expensive. So I could get mole bags for my prospector and be chilling, right? So if they did do that, that's pretty rad of them. I'll give them props there. Samuel, what's up, my guy? We're not mole mining today. We're prospector mining. With a 48 SU prospector. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you all you guys coming through. You guys amazing, beautiful people. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Looks sexier than Elite. What looks sexier than Elite? Killa? What? You talking about just the game in general? Because I never played Elite Dangerous, but I do hear that from people who like come over because that's like a popular transition. I feel like people go from Eve to Elite Dangerous to Star Citizen. It's like the transition of like gaming. Like you go from ships to some ships and kind of on the ground to this. You came from Minecraft to Star Citizen? That's crazy, dude. How'd you make that leap?
Hey, back again, I see.
I mean, to be fair, I came from like Apex Legends and Destiny and stuff, so I mean that doesn't really make much sense either. I was gonna do a milk run for you guys, but I feel like with 3 orders that would be kind of a waste of time. Yeah, I know I'm not refining the whole order. No one refines iron. Lame. Oh, you're on Xbox. Ah, okay. Dude, guys, thank you guys so much for the likes. I got even more. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you. You're on Xbox currently? So you don't even have a PC, do you? Do you have one? I came from Xbox myself. I'm actually playing on an Xbox controller. It usually weirds people out when I tell them that. Like, to you, someone on Xbox, that doesn't sound super crazy. But, like, to some of these Star Citizen, like, connoisseurs who play on M&K, or they have, like, their little flight sticky things, like a pilot, you know, for immersion. They like to play on their joysticks, right? Like, the idea of someone playing on, like, a Xbox Series X controller, or an Xbox Elite controller, like, they're like, what are you talking about? Are you crazy? And bro, it's chill. I actually do cheat a little bit. I actually do use an M&K. Like right now I'm using a mouse just because it's easier.
Good day.
I totally don't remember which room I'm in. Oh, I just guessed right. Oh! It fried a week after you got it? What happened? Dude, that's... What happened? What? That's crazy. It fried? Like the whole thing, the motherboard, the GPU, like what fried? Don't worry guys, we're just refilling our water and our food. It's just faster than buying it, taking helmet off, eating it. It's just easier to do this. Don't like wasting time. Not a big time waster. Oh, Killa, you don't even know. I can make this look way sexier. I can go to like
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I can go do take you to like one of the big cities.
Vehicle select. Your vehicle has been delivered to the. Please visit us again.
Like a real medical student. I feel like that's real like appreciative of them. That like, you know, I can just go lay down on the bed and just get juiced up. I feel like that does happen a bit too fast though. Like that should definitely be like a balancing pass later on. Like when you lay down in the bed, like you should get food and water, but it should take like more time. It's a little too easy, I feel like. Oh, good lord. Oops, I was paying attention. Reading chat. Dude, that's terrible, dude. Well, I'm glad everybody is okay. Like getting near struck by lightning's like kind of cool, but like also mildly terrifying. Please say you're going back out mining. I am going back out mining. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I wish I was mining in microtech, which is a bit prettier, but I'm not.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Yes, I am doing another mining run. I probably squeezed in one more mining run before my wife comes home, if she's not home already. But she says she'd be home after 5, and it's 4:38 p.m. So I probably this one. It depends on how fast we do this one. If we do this one pretty quick, we could probably do another one, like relatively quickly. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm an awesome content creator, dude. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. Thank you. It means a lot. Awesome's it's a powerful word. I speak clearly a lot. You know, I've been told that about how I speak. I think it comes from like I'm active duty military, so I do a lot of speaking to people. So I kind of gotten used to it, but this wasn't always how it was when I first started content creation. Oh my, 4 or 5 years ago. Like you won't find those VODs anywhere. Don't worry. I think I still have them here. I still have like the first video uploaded to YouTube. It's hidden. You're not gonna see that. You're not gonna see that. But it's cringy. It's so awful. Oh my god. But like I was not that good. Like it was really, really hard. Streaming, because streaming is like kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like streaming is really, really weird. Because it's like, I don't know. It's almost like you're talking your thoughts out loud all the time, right? And like interacting with people is a lot of fun. I think that's like the best part, is getting to interact with people. But the constantly talking, like you gotta like to talk. Like you really gotta like to talk. And I wouldn't say I like talking, but I do talk a lot. Try content rotation yourself really bad. Hey man, everyone's bad when they start out. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned that the hard way. Like it's so weird because you think it's easy. Like objectively, I thought the same thing when I first started out. Like, you know, content creation's easy, bro. Like you go watch these dudes and like all they're doing is talking and playing a game and whatever. And I'm like, man, I could do that, man. Like it's easy, right? And they get all this money and stuff. And you're like, dude, that would be so nice. Like that's the dream, right? Like, oh, I could play video games and make money. And then you try it, and then you realize like, oh my god, like there's so much more to it than just playing a game and talking. Like it sounds easy, and to be fair, it does. It sounds really, really easy, but it is not. It is really not. And like YouTube, like I don't know. I feel like your success is to scale, and a lot of people like don't like understand that. I didn't understand that at first. Like it was really tough for me. Where are the rocks at? Is that them? No, they were closer. Oh, right there. I thought I was flying over them. And that was why I turned into mining mode. Because if you ping in mining mode, a lot of people don't know this now, but like if you ping in mining mode, all the minables highlight blue. So it makes them really easy to see. Super nice. Oh, not gonna be able to break that. Your hand was locked for a week? Dude, it's wild. You have like a concerning run-in with what's it called? Electricity and lightning. Like, there's way too many to really like for me to be comfortable with. Well, at least you're okay. Do you still have any residual effects from getting struck by lightning? Yeah, if you look through my videos, I have a mole mining like guide, a setup guide. It's from 3.22, but I mean, it's been basically the same. It's just the numbers of the mining turrets are a bit different. The actual live stream I just did, Azu, if you go watch it, where it says like mole, like solo mole tips, like the whole first, I'd say third of the stream, like the first 30, 40 minutes is me talking about my mole setup and then actually like showing, like using it and showing you how to use it. So if you wanted to know a mole setup, like that would be the place to go. Just give that a watch. I talk it over, run my mouth. It's great. That 45K? I'm finding all these juicy mole rocks that I want to break, but 30% gold. That's so lame. It's 30% gold, so it's 10 SCUs of gold. That's whack. Wiggity whack. Agresium? Oh, I hate Agresium. It's so hard to mine. I could go on a whole rant about Agresium. All right, maybe I will break these rocks. There's 2 gold rocks here. Maybe I will break them. I'm an elite pilot. I've actually never played Elite Dangerous. I'm mining on Hurston, kind of. Yeah, I'm mining on Aberdeen specifically. So not quite exactly Hurston proper, but yeah, I'm mining on Aberdeen. I refine at her L2, and I don't like jumping far in my Prospector. 1, because I don't have the fuel for it, and 2, because it takes forever. So I like to stay close to where I refine for speed. Another mole rock. 43% gold. Oh, it's painful. It's hurting my soul. Oh, where were these rocks yesterday? The whole stream yesterday couldn't find rocks this good. These are like pretty decent rocks for the mole. Alright, well, I guess we'll just break this one. Yeah, how did you get the conclusion I was an elite pilot? I'm curious how you came to that, because I've never once played that game. I just saw your shade tree thing. Yeah, nice little lightning rod installed. I see. Yo, Extreme, thank you so much for subscribing, man. Welcome to the Legion. That is the name of our community, by the way, is the Legion. It's just Legion. I don't have any other fancy name for it. It's just the Legion. Or we are many. And the Grey Fox name, for those of you curious, it is not from Elder Scrolls. It is from Metal Gear Solid. If you don't know who Grey Fox is from Metal Gear Solid, look it up. Super cool, but not as applicable in Star Citizen. But if you ever saw me stream some of my other games, like Apex Legends, stuff like that, like games that I play kind of for fun, I don't really make content for, I'm very, very good. I have done some of the hardest things in gaming that you can think of. I've beaten every raid on Master difficulty in Destiny 2 and Destiny 1. I have completed Trials of Osiris. I have been Onyx rank in Halo. I've been Apex Predator and Masters every season of Apex Legends, so done quite a bit of competitive gameplay. So I wouldn't say like I'm great at these games. I'm like one of those like, I always tell people I'm pretty good at most games. I'm not great at any one game. But I guess it does depend on how you define great. Apex can be fun. I think it kind of depends on who you are as a person. People have different enjoyment factors. It does have a solo mode right now. They have an event going on with a solos mode, so that they do have that right now. They do have that. They have a solos mode where you can go in, and if you die, you get one free respawn, and then you come in again, and if you die the second time, like, you're out of the game. But they did just put in a solos mode. They did an event way back when, like, if you're an OG like me of Apex, like back when it first came out, they had a solos mode of like BR, like you landed just like a normal BR, you looted like a normal BR, and it was like huge thing. But then like everyone loved it, so of course the devs were like, this is stupid, we're not doing this again. And like literally this is the first time they've added solos in like 6 years or however long the game has been out. Like they literally did it, they tried it when it first came out, and then they like never did it again. Super frustrating, super annoying. Everyone wanted it because, I don't know, people like the one-on-one competitiveness. So if you like the competitiveness of a game, I mean, Apex is definitely a very competitive game. Like, I would say that's for sure very competitive, but you gotta be good. Like, I'm pretty good at it, so I don't mind the game, but I would say though that you're gonna get mad. People rage at that game all the time. I get so mad at Apex Legends. I have a problem. Honestly, I have a problem. Like, I can't stop playing the game. It makes me so angry sometimes, but oh god, so fun. It's so amusing to just like absolutely just demolish somebody. What you should try is God of War. I don't know if you're able to play God of War, but that is a game right there. I love that game. I love the character development. It's so good. You're finishing the first season of Diablo 4. How is Diablo 4? I've heard like hit and miss things about it. Like, I knew it was like really good when it first came out, but how is it now? Like, how is it now that we're a couple months past release? What's the consensus? Good? Not good? What are we thinking? And I agree, Lince. Yeah, like Titanfall, I didn't know too much about what's called Titanfall, but the more I learn about it, the cooler I think it is. If you go through my YouTube shorts, I actually did like a little editing thing for Titanfall for BT. You should go give it a look. Go peruse through my shorts. I'm pretty sure it's in my shorts. I did a little editing thing because I do video editing, right? Obviously, I do YouTube, so I do video editing. So like, I find it fun to make like little edits here and there. No.
Warning, power critical.
Oh.
Warning, power critical.
I'm having a terrible time controlling this. That's it right there. Yep. Boom. Fractured. Perfectly done. I used to have Game Pass. I don't have Game Pass anymore. When I moved to PC, I got rid of my Game Pass. I didn't need it. Oh, dude. I agree. I agree. The God of War games, so good. I didn't play the old ones. Like they weren't my style. The first 3, not my thing. And that wasn't a God of War fan back then. I understood the story and everything, just was not my like cup of tea for games. Like I just wasn't into those like, which that's kind of a lie. I just didn't get into God of War. Like I played Devil May Cry, so I shouldn't say like I was not into those games like because I played Devil May Cry, so that's one of those types of games. But But God of War with Atreus and God of War Ragnarok, oh my god, the story writing is so good. It's so good. I cried. I cried playing that game. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I cried. Grown man cried over that. Is Gears of War? Oh, dude, Gears. That's a classic right there. I feel like Gears, they really wrapped up the story, and like all great franchises, they just couldn't let it go. They just couldn't let it go. All right, well, I don't really want to go anywhere else. I guess I'm just gonna absorb this, and we're just gonna go.
Warning. Storage full. Mining mode off.
Switch to quantum. Nice little blue ship. Yeah, Halo, they just, I don't know. Like, I feel like once they handed over to 343 was just like trying way too hard to change. Like, they just wanted to add this, like, good idea fairy ruined Halo. Like, absolutely ruined Halo. Good idea fairy was not its friend, because they were just always with the, oh, let's add this or change that, or add this or change that, or let's do this or let's do that. And it's like, bro, stop it. Stop it. It's so unnecessary. It's so aggravating. I hated it. They just tried too many things all at once, and it just was not the move. And even now with Halo Infinite, like, the gameplay is fine, but they removed and changed stuff that, like, really made people mad. Like, the way you do colors and shaders, they took your ability to just custom make your character away with shaders and then sold them back to you as something you basically have to buy. Like, bro, what are we doing? Like, game companies are getting so greedy now. It's obnoxious. Like, have you guys seen the stuff with like Tarkov and everything? My guy. Oh, so you're leaving? Oh, man. Appreciate you hanging out with us, dude. Thank you so much, dude. You've been awesome. Oh, go farm. The passive mods are really expensive. The active mods are really cheap. So just keep that in mind. Your active mods run you about like 2K or so a piece. Your passive mods can run you upwards of like 10 to 20K a piece. It kind of depends on what the mod is. So hit and miss. Hit and miss. Also, that was a really quick mining run. I did not realize that. It was what, 4:38 when we started? 4:38. So we're pushing like 30 minutes there. That's not 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Like, that is what you're after. Riker C3 is 90K. Yeesh. I can't remember the last time I bought a Riker C3. So, oh man, good lord. I remember when 3.21 dropped, they when you would overcharge a rock and it would blow up, it would actually like knock off all of your modules because your modules were not protected by a shield. So you literally would like cause myself like tens of thousands. Like, I was losing so much money mining and I didn't understand it, because like, even if I didn't overcharge the rock, it would still drop my modules off. And when they're 90K a piece, you're just like, bro, like, you can't afford that. It was cheaper to claim the ship. Cheaper to claim the ship. 110% cheaper to claim the ship.
Landing gear down.
present state.
Oh, you want to see what you're missing with the Prospector? Okay, okay. Well, we got time for, I think, one more run in the Prospector before I need to come off. But, I mean, if you put the mole bags on the Prospector like I've done, I mean, the Prospector is sitting in a pretty good place, I feel like. I mean, the rocks I'm finding, I mean, my setup, we did it earlier. We cracked a 20k rock with the Prospector, so pretty significantly sized rock. I mean, my support turrets on my mole can't do that. So we like to run a helix, a 1, of course. That is the, especially on a Prospector, like you just have to run a helix because you can control how close you are at any given time. Like, why not? Like, you absolutely should run it because then the charge window doesn't matter because you have the ability to adjust your laser power and to adjust your distance in the Prospector, and that combination of the two is so powerful. It's so good for having, like, I can go to maximum distance and then it gives me less laser power so I can break smaller rocks, and then I have a stampede which I only had to use to actually break the 20k rock, but to be honest with you, I might have been able to go larger than 20k. I think if I run into another 30k rock in my Prospector, I kind of want to try to break it. I think I want to do that, guys. I think I want to try to break my 30k rock in my Prospector. I think I might be able to. If I can break a 20k, I feel like I can break a 30k. Maybe that's my arrogance talking, but I think I could. Because I have a surge. I carry a surge with me
Good to have you back.
in case I need it.
Finding
Let's see
everything
how
all right?
much money we make here. 100, 150? That's not bad. That's a pretty good run. 150 for a Prospector? That's chillin'. The obnoxious capacity. If you guys have ever noticed, this is always under an extreme workload, so you always pay a large surcharge. Super cool. Love it. Oh, this is all profit too. There's no iron in here. I thought there was iron. Oh, that's beautiful. A lot of people snub their nose to this, like the copper, because copper's worth like 3, maybe 400 a piece, right? But look how much this is to refine. 20, 34 to refine. If I take this off, that's not a lot.
Finding everything all right?
Like 300 at best. 300 AUEC to refine this. Right? 14 times 300, right? Like, it's like 14,000. Bro, like, that is worth refining. That pays for my mining run right there. That right there pays for the fuel. It'll pay for the mods. If I had to spend mods, that pays for it 110%. And plus, it just fills up your C2, right? Because you know how many mining loads it takes to fill up a C2, which is what I have at the station? It takes so many. Like, I might as well just refine all this stuff and just sell it. Why not? Right? It's free money. That's why I don't like iron. I can't sell it. Well, at least not on Hurston. Everywhere buys it but Hurston. And unfortunately, iron is the most plentiful thing around Hurston. I normally like mining in Lyria. Like, if I was in the mole, I'd probably be hanging out around like Lyria or something, because Lyria has much better minables for the mole and it has better cluster factor. You hear me talk a lot about cluster factor. Cluster factor is clutch. Real clutch. Now the chat got really quiet. Why are you guys being so quiet? Is it because you were watching me refine my stuff? Is that why we got so quiet? Everybody's watching very intently. Okay, that's enough of that.
To the ASOC
kinda weird.
vehicle retrieval system.
All right, one more run.
Your vehicle
I
has
really
been
want to go to aerial. I usually do my mining in aerial, but aerial has been really. We'll go give it a try. I'll go. I'm kind of scared to, but we'll see how it goes. Usually aerial has been really framey for me. It turns me into a slideshow for no reason, like no reason at all. It turns me into a slideshow. Like, I guess as far as we've been playing, you guys have probably noticed that it is not a slideshow. This looks very nice, looks very clean, and look at the detail. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. So good. You can see the textures on that. So cool. So, I'm curious. Check my DMs. Giggity. Alright. DMs on what? on Discord. I'll pull them up here in a second once I get in quantum jump. Well, I don't know why I asked where. I mean, there's only like one place you could DM me from. Nope, 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 nope. I didn't want auto land. There we go. Oh, let me turn quantum mode on. Go. I don't know. Do I want to go to aerial? I've been really good luck in Aberdeen. I don't think I do. Actually, yeah, I do. I like aerial better. I can always go to Hurston if I don't like it. Are you using a Helix 2? I am not. Well, technically I'm using a Helix 1 because a Helix 2 is a size 2 and the Prospector can only take size 1 lasers.
Thank you.
So yes, I'm using a Helix. No, it is not a size 2. I cannot use a size 2. Well, I'll be darned. Lindsay, you were right. Chat. Officially, you can get mole salvage contracts in 3.23. Meaning you can get mole bags without having a mole. Technically, they could run 14K at the store. 14K if you did buy it directly. But 14K, so that's 28K. 28K times plus 28K is 56, if my math's right. So it is cheaper to take a 50K mole salvage contract than it is to buy the bags if you were even going to buy the bags. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like that. That's wild. Can I get a Helix 1 in Area 18? I'll be honest with you, I spend a comically small amount in Area 18. I can't even remember the last time I was there. The best thing I can tell you is if you look up Star Citizen Universal Item Finder, pull up a tab, look at Star Citizen Universal Item Finder, you can type in there anything you're looking for and it will tell you where you can buy it. It'll tell you where you can buy it, it'll tell you how much it is, it'll tell you like planet, system, shop, all of it. It'll tell you exactly where to go to buy it. I usually, any of my tip videos have it linked in the description because it usually involves excuse me, having to go buy stuff like mods or lasers and such. So I usually link the Universal Item Finder there too, so people have an easy time going to find it if they're not familiar with it. But they might. I don't know offhand though if it does. I know Hurston sells all the mining lasers, size 1 and size 2. That's why I always. Whoop! Nope! 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 There's bad guys here. Need a place to jump to. Nope! 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 I don't know which one I was just at, but not going back there. Well, I wasn't at Lathan, so that's where I'm going to go. What are my thoughts on stashing a transport ship somewhere obscure and jumping that to load it with salvage? I mean, it could be worthwhile. I mean, it sounds like a good idea. I'm not sure in practice how that would work, but it certainly sounds like a good idea. That's kind of why I got a ironclad, because the ironclad has the big opening top cargo bay, so I can stick a vulture in it, and then I have a place to put all my salvage from my vulture, and I can transport my vulture long distances because I'll have a size 3 quantum drive and a huge fuel tank. So that was about it. All right. Let's see if this turns me into a slideshow. Is that... Yep, okay, we're good to go. Yo, Chris, right on, man. See? Told you, my guy. Hook you up. I got all the plugs. You just let me know. Oh, is there another one right here? What's over there? No, that's not what I'm looking for, but... Oh.
Mining mode on. Fracturing mode on.
Okay. Doesn't appear to be a slideshow. Appears to be doing pretty okay. 41% Bexelite. Okay. Oh, this is a lot brighter though. .27% Terranite. Gross. Barrel. Old barrel. The classic right there. That's an oldie but a goodie here on the channel. Well, I think we'll take this, maybe? Oh, that's way too high. Oh! Ooh. Almost got away from me there. Easy there, big fella. Easy, easy. Gotta watch it. Instability creep up on you. Funny enough, instability is actually really low for this rock, so I don't know why
Warning. Power critical.
it's jumping up so high. That's my favorite part about using the helix right there, is I can let off the power and it makes my charge window bigger. So then, like, if I am just barely in the overcharge zone, it's kind of a cheat code.
Extraction mode on.
A little ping so I can see everything. Found out you can toggle speed limiter on and off. What do you mean toggle on and off? Oh, I'm not, I don't know what it looks like, but I'm not trying to limit my speed. I'm trying to adjust my cruise control is what I'm more so doing. All right, I can't see. Oh my God, Jesus. I can see now and see into the future. I'm turning that back off. Yeah, this isn't nearly as fun because it's iron, and I don't like iron. Cutting into my profits. Well, landing gear, when I deploy my landing gear, I actually do that on purpose because I want to slow down. Sorry if you guys hear my dog. My wife is home, so he's very excited. And he's very loud. He's a very loud German Shepherd. He's very chatty. He's a yapper for sure. He's not afraid to talk. Oh my goodness.
Mining mode off.
Dude, he yaps a lot. He honestly yaps too much. Alright, we thought it was so cute when he was a puppy. We're like, oh my God, he's just so cute. And now it's like, oh, he won't stop. He won't be quiet. Especially like when someone's home, like he gets like really excited. Like he'll like really, really, really loud. And then he'll get like really quiet when you enter the house though. Like he thinks he's so sneaky. Because he knows he's not supposed to bark. So he'll like get real, real loud. And the moment he knows you're like within earshot, he's like, oh, and he's all quiet. Well, I think aerial fixed the frames, which is nice because I like mining on aerial better. It's got better deposits of the good stuff.
Extraction mode on. Mining mode on.
These rocks look kind of small fry, to be honest. Not really loving these. Nope, not even gonna stop. I'm just gonna keep going. 'Cause these huge. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yep. So we're just gonna go ahead to this one. Turn on my little zoomers. We're gonna head to this deposit. This is a way bigger deposit. This is what I'm after. Oh, all the rocks are just right here. Oh, sweet. All right. A little ping. I can see them all. Oh, they haven't registered yet. Fuck this rock up.
Mining mode off.
Well, I think you have like really good gun run videos. You just
Extraction mode on.
like an A10. All right, there we go. Like the rocks don't come off as big in aerial because they're full of better stuff. 42%. Ooh, that's not bad. Okay, we're gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna put a pin in that. We'll come back for that. I saw that resistance and knew something was up. Gold, quantanium. Let's see what we got going on around here. Is there anything good hiding out around here? That quantanium's good stuff though. It's just a couple SCUs, but that's all we need. A couple SCUs makes a mining run all worth it, right? Because 4 SCUs is 100K, right? So that's good stuff. You know, 25K a pop. 4 SCUs can make or break a mining run. 46% Terranite. There's 2 Terranite SCUs right there. That's pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna take. Oh, I'm actually gonna take that. Actually, I want that. That's yeah. It's like 2 SCUs of Terranite right there. I'll take that. Be good. All right. If I remember right, there's some rocks over here. So we're gonna go check on these rocks too. And then we'll come back. Because that quantanium rock ain't going anywhere, but I need to fill up my hold. And I need some other stuff to put in it. Laranite. Okay. Not the best, not the worst. More Laranite. So once you scan one rock and you see a material, it usually ends up in all the other rocks too. Which I was kind of hoping for the quantanium. I was going to see like more quantanium lying around. But it didn't. 42% Terranite. Okay. Might take that. What's this big fella? It is a big fella. 27% gold. Okay. We'll take this. Because to be fair, that quantanium rock did not have too much in it. Right? Like it wasn't a lot. Let me get closer to speed this up. Okay. So we're going to break this rock, and then we're going to go break the other rock.
Fracturing mode
I mean, this is
on.
58% Laranite. That's a lot of Laranite. Tilt where I'm lasering so I can see. pretty good. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be the last mining run. Those barks of joy is my indication that my wife is home, which means it's time to go make dinner and spend some time with her. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on. All right. Oh, that scared me. Okay. All right. So this is all good. Okay, go break this one too. Oh my god, it's gonna get so small. Oh my god. I'm gonna test my original light off. Alright, we're super close. Oh, I can't break it, huh? I have to get really close. No? Not gonna break, huh? I cannot get any closer to this. That is literally as close as we're gonna get. It's actually kind of cool if we just... This might end up as a thumbnail later. Well, we're not breaking this rock, so. We'll come skedaddle over here. Oh, what was in this one? This had some gold in it. 31% gold. We'll give this one a break. This is a really small zone, but we'll make it work. Oh yeah, this is easy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna crack this no problem. Professional here. Trained professional. Don't try this at home, kids. Look how small that is. You hear that? It's the sound of it not overcharging. Oh, oh, oh. Open him a big yapper. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, a little too excited. Problem is it's like playing with me with the instability, so it's making this like really hard. Oh, oh, oh! Look at that. Didn't even overcharge it a bit. Told you I was gonna do it. All right, so this is 44%. Oh, and it's 21% Terranite. I didn't even see that earlier. I didn't even see that. Oh, this is such a good rock. This is so good. That's 65% money. That's so good. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Let's jack this power down. Now I really don't want to mess this rock up. It's gonna be so small though. It's even smaller than the last one. So for me, look how big the hazard area is because it's Quantanium. The hazard area literally takes up my entire charge bar. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a nightmare. This is gonna be such a nightmare. Oh, I hate this. This is gonna be so hard. I'm lazy and don't want to get out and put a gadget on it. I could make this charge window bigger, but I don't want to. Okay, so 31% will balance it out. So I know where I need to hold it. I just need to get it there. Very slowly. Oh, okay. Easy, easy, big girl. Easy. Oh, no. Oh. Fuck. That's not good. That's really not good. Oh, I just get really lucky. I just get really lucky there. All right, I'm gonna use my mouse and do finer adjustments with my mouse. I can tick it 1 percentage point at a time with the mouse scroll wheel. I can't do that with my controller. This is like surgery. Why'd I have to shoot up so much? I could have held it there. It's just so hard. Like a little bit of overcharge I can manage, but when it's that much, I have to like let it subside. I have to let it die down. This is tough. This is really tough. It's the instability that comes with Quantanium and Terranite that's making this really hard. Now it's playing with me. Yeah, it's going down, but like 27 is enough to make it go up. So if I joke it up to 28 and then it goes up, up, then like I'm screwed. Yeah, see there it went. Oh, we're holding it right there. That was pretty good. I mean, that wasn't like the best. It wasn't the sexiest, but it was pretty good. That was hard. That was really, really hard. That had me sweating there for a minute. Whew, okay. All right, let's scan these rocks. Well, I'm seeing rocks with like a little bit of Quantanium and a little bit of Terranite, which means there's probably some good rocks with a lot of Quantanium and a lot of Terranite. Oh yeah, look at that one. That's good. All right, this is gonna be a solid haul here, boys. I mean, realistically, I'm probably just gonna take all of this, to be honest. Oh, 75% resistance. That's crazy. It's always fun to see big numbers like that on rocks you don't have to break. Because you'll never see it on like an actual rock that you like don't have to break. Alright, let's start absorbing some of this stuff. Volatile cargo, yeah. Oh, there's 4 SCUs right there. There's quartz. What's in this one? Oh, we got 5 SCUs of quantinium out of this. Solid. This is 30% quantinium, but it's 50% of stuff we want, so we'll take it. 8%. 20% quantinium, we're taking that. Absolutely. We'll take this too. Why not? Alright. And then we need to come over here. I know. We only have 25 minutes, technically 24 minutes right now to go take this back, but good time. There's plenty of time in the Prospector. We'll scan these rocks. Can a vulture fit in a C2? It cannot. Many have tried. It does not fit. Does not fit. Ooh. I wish it's fit in a C2. If it fit in a C2, I would have got a C2, and I would not have gotten a, what's it called? A ironclad. But, you know, here we are. I think the vulture is too tall. I think that's why it doesn't fit in a C2. It's not too wide, obviously. I think it's just too tall. Come on, there has to be one more good gold piece in here before I go get the laranite. There we go. That's a pretty good one. 50%, we'll take it. And 50% inert. Well, it filters out 40% inert, 30%, whatever it is. What's this bottom piece? It's always the hidden pieces that are really good. No, that's not. Don't care. Don't care. No. 41% gold. 12% gold. We'll take 41% gold. And it's inert materials too. It'll filter out a lot of that. Yeah, okay. Let me come over here. We'll go pick up our laranite to round us out. And this is why we broke this ahead of time, but didn't bother scanning it because we get plenty of time. Can't see. Cool, it's bright. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted right there. Boom. 100% laranite. Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you. Laranite. Beautiful. And we are donezo. Just like that. Now you know why I like Ariel. Solid. Can you quantum drive while tractoring something? I don't know if you can in other ships, but I know you can in the SRV. So in the SRV, you can 100% quantum while tractoring something, but if you can do that with like a ship tractor on another ship, I do not know. Have not tried it personally. Have not. Hey man, thank you so much for the like. Whoever just hit that like button. It doesn't tell me who it was, but whoever did it, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. So we'll skedaddle out of here. This is a great run. I mean, so much Terranite, Laranite, gold, Quant, like, solid. I mean, just those 6 SCUs of Quant is 150,000 AUEC. Like, that is chef's kiss good right there. Like, that's what you're looking for. That's what you're after. Alright, well, let's take this on back to the house. Let's get this evaluation, get it refined, and then it'll be good to go.
Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged.
See, but like, if I was in a mole, this would not have been worth it. So this is, I guess, why the Prospector is a lot better to kind of wrap it all up, is if I had been in a mole, that would have filled up 50% of my whole mole. And as far as a mole run goes, not worth it. Right. 150k on a mole run, well, like 200k on a mole run, like not the best. Yo, Shepard, what's up, my guy? Is that a reference to Mass Effect? Or was that with that? And 3, 2, 1, kill it. Ah, Stargate. Okay, I don't know too much about Stargate, so it wouldn't have been my first guess. Solid though, solid references right there. Well, you just caught us at the end of a very good run. So we have quite a bit of slow down. Oh, I forgot. Can't slow down with that white thrusters. Best mining laser on a Prospector is the Helix.
Landing successful.
Helix 1 hands down the best mining laser on the Prospector. I mean, earlier I broke a 20k rock with it live on the stream, so proof and concept with a Riker C3 and a Stampede. The Hofstede is pretty good for beginners. If you struggle controlling laser power, it's got really good buffs to help you out. Whoa, 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 I'm not paying attention. Oh yeah, the Helix is an expensive guy. Which one did you buy? I mean, best is a subjective thing, but I would say, because they all have different like pros and cons and buffs and debuffs, but the Helix has
To the ASOP vehicle
debuffs that
retrieval
you
system.
can counter, I feel, pretty easily.
Please visit.
Hepstender. Hepstender. That's the new name. That's about to be the new name of that. I think it's the Hofstede, I think, is the one you're talking about. As the closest one to that name. The Hofstede's good. Don't sleep on the Hofstede. The Hofstede has really long range, and it can take one module slot. It has really good buffs, like it gives you a bigger charge window, it gives you faster charging, It gives you a lot of good stuff, but it just has low power though. So not a very strong laser, but a very well-rounded laser. It's a good support laser. Like on the mole, it's a great support laser. But for the Prospector, I mean, it's fine. You're just not going to be able to break too many rocks with it. So I don't think the Hofstede is bad. It just kind of depends on what you're going for. If you're going for a build with a lot of buffs that helps you, then it's good. If you're going for one that, oh yeah, look at this run. Oh yeah, 129. That's 260 on one run. That's solid. Gonna be expensive to refine though, and it's gonna take forever. Oh, you bum. So many work orders from those runs this last 2 days. All right, don't care about the iron, bexalite, the gold, the laranite, the quartz, the terranite. We had every expensive material in this order. We've got quantanium, we've got gold, we've got terranite, and we've got bexalite. I didn't realize I had bexalite. Oh yeah, that's expensive to refine. Oh, solid. I think in a way the Prospector is better as well because you can deposit 2 of these and it takes half the time to as it would some of these big like workloads from other stuff. Like look at this huge workload and it takes forever. Huge workloads. Look at that, 50 borase. That's a lot of borase. Confirm. Confirm. Solid. The Pyro Rec site? I did not visit the Pyro Rec site. I know what you're talking about, Pyro Rec site. We went an hour past what we thought we were going to go for the stream. Mining missions? Hey, they said mining missions were coming soon. They did say that. I think that was kind of a slept-on thing. They answered a question about it. But they said that was going to come up in the form of, what's it called? Resource gathering. They said like mining outposts were going to start having missions to do resource gathering where you have to, examples like 1,000 iron to get through. And so you have to go collect 1,000 iron. And so you could bring it in any way though. You could go buy it from cargo, you could go mine it, you could go steal it, whatever the case was, and bring it there, salvage it. And then once you got to 1,000, like that would be mission complete. And that's a mission that they're going to add to the game. So I think that's, you know, it's on the rise, right? So not necessarily mining, but something to do with resource gathering. And I mean, that is mining, you know what I'm saying? Go get you 1,000 iron, because what else are you going to get iron for? All right, gang. Well, I think that's going to call it for the stream. It's been an amazing stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. You guys have been amazing. Hit the like, subscribe button if you have enjoyed the show. Watching is the best thing you can do to support the channel, so thank you guys so much for watching. New guide drop for mining. It is on the channel, so make sure you drop by, give that a watch. Absolutely, and it'll give you, like, for Prospector and rock mining, it'll get you all like added up into it. So thank you guys. You guys have been amazing. Best of luck in your adventures out in the verse, and we'll see you guys in the next one.